Hi friends, you can see this picture. There is the sun, solar panel is there in blue color, and wind panels are there, and trees are there, earth is there, and there is a hand. So by seeing this figure, we can easily identify that I am going to discuss the regarding renewable energy sources where sun is there. So solar energy. So by using solar energy and wind energy, we can make our environment green and our motherland in a proper way so that the environment will be good as it is. Otherwise, just in play, that means in providing or in generating the electrical energy itself, we are polluting our natural resources like anything, just by using thermal power plants, even hydro power plants, and nuclear power plants also. So without those things, or let us just stop those things and let us take the advantage of these renewable energy sources like solar energy and wind energy. So let us see what are the different advantages and disadvantages of renewable energy sources in this video. Yeah, advantages of renewable energy sources. Let us see. The first one is renewable energy won't run out. Definitely. For example, if I want to generate electrical power, that means I am obviously taking the help of thermal power plant, as we have very good coal resources, so we can go ahead with thermal power plant. So I have gone ahead with thermal power plant. But in thermal power plant nowadays the coal is going to reduce in a rapid fashion. So what happened? So now my raw material was run away. It goes away, and finally my plant has to be shut down in a faster rate. That means I need to shut down within 5 or 6 years only. That was the problem. But coming to renewable energy, that means suppose I am erecting a solar panel there and I am using the solar energy. When the solar energy will go off, definitely it will be there, it never goes off. So it will be there for so many years, so many years. Similarly, wind power plant is there. I have chosen a place for my wind power plant. So I erected the wind panels. So when the wind will be stopped, yes, I have done all enquiries such that that is the place where I can place my wind panel, because I will get more wind. Okay, definitely wind is always there. Of course, it may be intermittent, and it may be there are some disadvantages in wind and solar also, but still it never goes off. That's the advantage of renewable energy source. Okay, let us see what are the other points in this big point. Renewable energy technologies use resources straight from the environment to generate the power. So this is the main advantage of renewable energy sources. We are not taking the uh, raw material from processed things. That means coal is there. Coal means trees. Trees are trees are the natural resources, and after trees, if the tree will be cut off and we need to convert the same thing into coal after some years. So that's the difference between the two resources. So in conventional sources, that means coal or hydro or something, they are not naturally available. They are some process has to be done. But here they are directly available sources. Solar energy directly available. So that's why these renewable energy won't run out. And these energy sources include sunshine, wind, tides, and biomass, to name some of the more popular options. Of course, these are some of the more popular options. And renewable energies won't run out, which cannot be said for many types of fossil fuels. As we use fossil fuel resources, they will be increasingly difficult to obtain, likely driving up both the cost and environmental impact of extraction. Yeah, as the availability of these fossil fuels goes on decreasing, so the cost keep on increasing. That's why we need to see the renewable energy in this context. Okay, let us see the next point. The next point is maintenance requires are low. Maintenance requirements are low. Why? Because here, if we take the solar power plant, there is no other equipment is required. Hardly it requires solar panel, maybe some inverter to convert it into AC, or if I use directly DC, there is no issue of inverter also. I can directly use it, and if I want to save the power, I need to use battery. That's all. They are very simple things, and especially in solar power there is no rotating equipment and there is no rotating machinery, so the maintenance becomes very low. And in when compared to thermal power plant, obviously the maintenance is very huge, because thermal power plant has huge by the byproducts are ash and flue gases, and we need to maintain them properly, and those pipes and all these things has to be maintained properly, otherwise the work will not be go in a good fashion. Maybe in motors also we need to maintain, as rotating parts are there, we need to maintain regularly so that it costs more. Okay, so when compared to conventional energy sources, renewable energy sources have less maintenance. Let us see the points here. In most cases, renewable energy technologies require less overall maintenance than generators that use traditional fuel sources. This is because generating technology like solar panels and wind turbines either have few or no moving parts and don't rely on flammable and combustible fuel sources to operate. Fewer maintenance requirements translate to more time and money saved. That is very important. As the maintenance requirement is very less, even the time is also saved, in spite of even in addition to money, even time is also saved, and we can invest that time in some other purposes, maybe erection of some extra panel or something. We can do something, or we can think of how the generated power has to be transmitted, or how the generated power has to be stored, or how the generated power has to be converted, and all these things can be think of, and we can do those things. But coming to conventional, the maintenance is more, so the time is also wasted like anything. So that is the advantage of renewable energy sources. In this slide we have studied 2 points. One is renewable energy won't run out, maintenance requirements are low, and the third point is renewables save money. Very good point. How the renewable energy saves money? Because the raw material for this renewable energy source is from nature, and they are abundant in nature. So no need to pay any amount to get the raw material, and there is no transportation cost also for getting raw material. For example, if we have thermal power plant, coal is there, and if coal is from coal ores, so we need to get the coal ores from, we need to get the coal from the coal ores. They may be some kilometers away from the power plant, maybe definitely some kilometers away from the power plant, and I need to pay for the transportation also. But coming to solar energy you can get everywhere, so no need to pay for the transportation also. So that is the in that way renewable energy save money. Let us see these points also. Using renewable energy can help you save money long term. Not only will you save it on maintenance costs, but on operating costs as well. Okay, you can save money on operating cost also. When you are using a technology that generates power from the sun, wind, steam, or natural processes, you don't have to pay the refuel. That is the advantage. Why no need to pay for the raw material or refuel? That means no need to pay for those raw material of the for generating the electrical energy. The amount of money you will save using renewable energy can vary depending on a number of factors, including the technology itself. So, if the technology is very good, you can save more money, because as the technology improves means money has to be reduced, as per engineering knowledge is concerned. So, definitely, if you have very good technology means your money will be saved. And the next point is renewable energy have numerous health and environmental benefits. Everybody knows this. Okay, as we don't have pollutants. That means I don't have ash, I don't have fuel gases to generate in this generating power electrical energy. So obviously environment will be very good. Let us see these points also. Renewable energy generation sources emit little to no greenhouse gases or pollutants into the air. Okay, they may emit little or no. This means a smaller carbon footprint and an overall positive impact on the natural environment. This point is very important in this context and in these situations. During the combustion process, fossil fuels emit high amount of greenhouse gases, which have been proven to exacerbate the rise of global temperatures and frequency of extreme weather events. So this is the main disadvantage of fossil fuels when compared to renewable energy in the point of environmental context. And the next point is, and we can continue this point, the use of fossil fuels not only emits greenhouse gases but other harmful pollutants as well that lead to respiratory and cardiac health issues. With renewable energy, you are helping decrease the prevalence of these pollutants and contributing to an overall healthier atmosphere. So this is very important point. For example, if a thermal power plant is sanctioned just beside your house, definitely you will get something. Maybe you will get a respiratory problem or cardiac problem or any other problems. But if a solar power plant is sanctioned just beside you, you may not get all these things. That is the advantage of renewable energy sources. The last point is renewables lower reliance on foreign energy resources, as the ore is or sorry as the raw material is available naturally, abundantly, freely and daily. All in all these things, we no need to depend on any other country to get the raw material or to fetch the technology. If you have the technology, if you have the proper technology, no need to fetch the technology from the other countries also. In this way, we can have an energy freedom for the country. Okay, that is, this point is also very important. With renewable energy technologies, we can produce energy locally. That's very important. Wherever your house is there, you can produce the energy. Wherever your village is there, you can produce the energy. That's the advantage. The more renewable energy you are using for your power needs, the less you will rely on imported energy, and the more you will contribute to country's energy independence as a whole. This is very important point. Even though our country is independent, really are we really independent based on energy is concerned? No, means yes, now we are really independent because we are generating our own electrical energy. We are not taking we are not taking that much amount of electrical energy from other countries, because now our country is developing like anything. So we no need to depend on any country for the energy. At least electrical energy is very basic energy. Suppose we don't have technology in any aspect, maybe in armed forces, we may not have that much technology. In wars, we can get some goods, or we can get some rockets from Russia, or we can get some rockets from Israel. That's not a big issue, because the amount amount invested on that is not that much huge amount, and that's not regular thing, but this is the regular thing. Every day we are using it, every day we are consuming the energy. So this, for these things we should not depend on any other country, because if we depend on other countries for these things, one on the other day that country will rule us definitely, because this is the everyday work, not one day or 2 days work. For example, if we are depending on Russia for one or two MIGs or maybe one or two rockets, then that is for one time or two times, that's all, not more than that. But for energy, every day we need to depend. That's why our country should be independent. We can generate our energy independently without help of any country. That independency can be given by the renewable energy very nicely, because the basic, the what we call the basic raw material is naturally abundant in renewable energy, but compared to conventional things, our coal is going to stop now. Our coal is already exhausted. What can we do? Our thermal power plants are there. For our thermal power plants we need to get the coal from other country. If our country's coal was vanished, then what shall we do? We need to definitely depend on other country if we go ahead with thermal power plant. Suppose if we are going ahead with renewable energy sources, no, we no need to depend on any other country to get our solar power, solar energy. Okay, that is the advantage of renewable energy. These are the 5 points from advantages of renewable energy sources. Let us go ahead with disadvantages of renewable energy. Yeah, the first disadvantage is higher upfront cost. Obviously the installation cost is very huge in these renewable energy sources. Let us see this. While you can save money by using renewable energy, the technologies are typically more expensive upfront than traditional energy generators. Obviously that should be there. To combat this, there are often financial incentives such as tax credits and rebates available to help alleviate your initial costs of renewable technologies. Yeah, governments have so many policies to help you in terms of tax credits or some rebates to erect these renewable energy sources. With that, we can eradicate this small disadvantage from renewable energy sources. The second point is intermittency. Obviously, for solar energy is very much available in daytime, and solar energy nowhere available in night time. That is the intermittency. Again, next day, morning time solar energy will be available, and night time solar energy will not be available. In that way, the energy is intermittent energy. Let us see these points. Though renewable energy resources are available around the world, many of these resources are not available 24 by 7 year round. Some days may be winter than others, the sun doesn't shine at night, and droughts may cause for periods of time. So these are the things. That means some days the wind is more and some days the wind is very less. Obviously sun never shine at it. So night time. So because of these things, these energies are intermittent in nature. These can be unpredictable weather events that disrupt these technologies. Okay, maybe some unpredictable weather events may disrupt these technologies. And fossil fuels are not intermittent and can be turned off or on at any given time. As fossil fuels means we have got coal now. Okay, suppose there is a power has we produce more power, so we no need to use this coal. This coal can be saved somewhere, that's all. We no need to start our plant also. Suppose there is a problem, or suppose there is a demand for energy, then we will starting our plant and we will start producing our generating our electrical energy. But coming to these things, we cannot do like that. Okay, that is the disadvantage in renewable energy sources. The next point is Yeah, storage capabilities are very less in renewable energy sources because of the intermittency of some renewable energy sources. There is a high need for energy storage, okay, that is required. The storage is required for renewable energy sources. While there are storage technologies available today, they can be expensive, especially for large scale renewable energy plants. Yes, even though the storage technologies are available today, but the installation of storage technology will increases the cost of the plant. It's worth nothing that energy storage capacity is growing as the technology progresses, and batteries are coming more affordable as time goes on. We are expecting that the cost of the battery will go down as the technology improves. And the next disadvantage is geographical limits. Let us see what is this. The United States has a diverse geography with varying climates, topographies, vegetation, and more. This creates a beautiful melting pot of landscapes, but also means that there are some geographies that are more suitable for renewable technologies than others. Okay, let us discuss about India. Let us discuss about India. In India, based on geographical limitations, actually we are very close to equatorial line. Maybe in all southern states, even in not many of the northern states, got very much solar capacity. That means solar radiant is very much. There are very good solar radiated places are there in India, so where we can erect these things. And in some areas we can, as we have very good seashore, so we can have wind power plants also. But coming to other places, they may not be that much suitable for some of the things. Maybe for wind energy, North India may not be that much suitable because that is completely closed one. There is no ocean of flowing of wind because of those Himalayas and maybe some other things. And coming to South India, so as it is completely seashore, so we get good amount of wind there. So we can go ahead with uh, wind power plants. In this way, for each and every power plant, that means for solar power plant there are some geographical limitation, and for wind power plant there is some geographical limitation. So in this way, in geographical limitations, we can call the geographical limitations as one of the disadvantages of renewable energy sources. Coming to the next point, so yeah, only four disadvantages are there. So renewable energy has more benefits than drawbacks. So we can happily erect these renewable energy sources at our homes, offices, and colleges, and wherever we can afford. And let us see these points also. When it comes to renewable energy, the positives outweigh the negatives. So obviously, because the the raw material is free, abundant, and the running cost is less, and there is no pollution. So because of these advantages, we can definitely go ahead with renewable energy sources. Transitioning to renewables on a personal, corporate, or government level will not only help you save money but also promote a cleaner, healthier environment for the future. Obviously, this is the advantage. We have already seen it. So installing solar panels is one of the easiest way to go green. Okay, that is only the simple method to make our environment clean and make the environment green. So these are the advantages and disadvantages of renewable energy sources. Thank you so much for listening to the lecture, and if you like this video, please like it. If you want to share this video with your friends and family, please share it. And if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, please do subscribe, and please press the bell button so that You will get the notification whenever I upload any new video. Thank you. Thank you so much.